accounting for her spending versus his spending? Because it sounds like you're doing one check, but that's a good thing to reconcile, you know, when there's two people doing it, especially, I guess if you're entering everything, Julie just keeps receipts, and so that's how you kind of keep track of how both of them are spending, or one person's in charge of the category. How do you do that?
We don't have one person in charge of the category or anything like that. It's just we both spend. We both know what the category balances are, what we're allowed to spend in each one. So
Right.
as long as both are trying to stick to that, you really don't need to worry too much about who does what or who does this. I mean, obviously, Julie pays all the bills. I think just by default. That's just how we've done it. And actually, she spends most of the money. I'm not sure what I do, actually. I do record it. Yeah, so.
You enjoy it.
But she's a happy wife is a happy life, so we just keep doing that. Now, as far as the his and hers, Michelle, like your specific money, that's a different story where you just do whatever.
Is it smart to make sure hers is more than his? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I made a video where I was demoing this aspect with zero-based budgeting, and it's just a little video demo, and there's no sound to it, and I just put like 500 in his and then 50 in hers, and kept going. And it was on the site just as my demo of allocating categories. And I think I went back and deleted it and changed it again or something, but anyway, I thought it was really funny. I get an email like 2 years after this video's been up from this lady who's just so deeply offended. And she recognized that I was from BYU, where maybe we treat women differently. So I redid the videos with the new software launch, and I gave the girl like twice as much or something. And I said something along the lines of, "This is for my marriage." This one had audio. I put that one in. I don't know if that'll get backlash from people, but one thing that's really cool that you do, Clark, is spend your money that is all yours on your wife. That's pretty hot thing to do. So.
I'll consider it.
Just another thing to experience too, along those same lines, because I've had a couple friends tell me, their wife takes care of all the books and pays all the bills, and they just put their check, is automatically deposited into the checking account, and that what they do is they've decided over years that the only way they're ever going to get any money is to hide any of their bonuses.
Laundering, yeah.
And they're kind of laundering money. And they really kind of think it's funny, and maybe some aspects it is kind of funny, but what happens then is you build up this wall of mistrust. And anytime you start doing that again, it goes back into these problems people have with money. We're so competitive with the money, and I make this money, you make that money, and you're not spending my money, and it's so much better if you're in a marriage, you put it together. But that's where the his and hers. I need a little money so that I can go to a movie on Saturday afternoon when you're out doing whatever, and you can do this, and you don't have to account for it.
Yeah,
and that kills that whole argument right up.
Yeah, you get a little autonomy, but you got to recognize that you're in it together, and that you got to do the whole thing together. And if you're sitting down once a month and discussing stuff, there won't be a need to hide money, or worse than hiding, I think excess cash is hiding credit cards you're running and not letting the person know where you're going south with with your cash position. So that happens where all of a sudden a spouse finds out the other spouse has 12 grand and you're in it together legally. So, they're both being pulled down by that. That can be a disaster. So if that is at all a situation, you got to just come forward and confess to your spouse and get working on that. Hopefully it's not, because that can be pretty touchy. But any other questions? Okay. Do you guys have any questions at all? Like, we'll talk it all the time at church, whatever, just in the halls, talk budgeting. I never would have thought this was not in my life plan, but I am glad that I found a passion for it. I've seen a lot of people's lives changed just from implementing these principles. So. If you just want to do one at a time, do that, but just implement them and get them working, and I can promise you, just an unbelievable change in your finances. All of a sudden, all the balances and things start to take care of themselves because your money is finally aligned with what you really care about, and that's where you find contentment. It doesn't have anything to do with what you're earning. It just has to do with the spending in line with what you care about, and that's where you're happy. And thanks for your time, guys. Appreciate it.